I'm gonna cut off. My head's cut off. My head is cut off.
You definitely live. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
From MC War.
Oh, so we live.
Yeah, live with another debatable
Episode.
I'm not even sure, but we just wanted to kind of talk and you know, refresh the community on what we have coming for 2023, you know, and you know, continue to build, because there's a lot of destruction going on in currently right now what we see within the hip hop world. And you know, our thing is MC stands for Masters in the Community. So the whole premise is supposed to inspire rappers to be masters in their community.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so yeah. Let me hold on one second. Let me put a charge on this right here. And shouts out to anybody that's tapping in right now. We appreciate you guys. And outside of that, man, you know, we have a lot going on this year. 2023, we have a lot coming up for you guys. Okay. Boom. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, that's, you know, we gotta pull that around the bag, right? Okay. Oh, it's weighing it. It's pulling it. So here, let me see. Go like this. That right. Use that as a brace. Boom. Okay, appreciate y'all patience, man. It's been a minute. Okay, rotate device. What does that mean? Okay, cool. All right, cool. And hold on, I just want to go ahead and adjust a couple things real quick. So I think it should be nice and bright while we talking. Okay, cool. So you know, definitely, you know, shout out, comment if y'all got anything y'all wanna say. But it's a lot going on, man. We see what's happening in hip hop, and we definitely gonna come with some different angles to battle rap here, because we definitely want to stand by our moniker, which is being masters in the community. At the same time,
Bring up LeBron.
Exactly. Bringing forth, you know, dope content, something different, right? We always come with something different. We try to surprise people. We definitely try to stay in our own lane. I think we do pretty well at that. And you know, also like to stimulate our minds, because you know, at the end of the day, that's the part of hip hop we come from. We come from, you know, people talking about real issues, right. And so we want to make sure we talk about that too. And I don't know, it's a lot going on. I took some notes about like what's happening with the
2022 review.
Yeah, like you know, with the RICO, you know, hit with the RICO cases. And, you know, I know they were able to utilize. Jay-Z was able to come into New York, and that's what I'm saying. That, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. That's a Georgia state case, right?
Okay.
But you know, Jay-Z was able to come into New York.
What happened in Georgia?
The YSL case is a
Okay,
Georgia case,
yeah.
right. But Jay-Z was able to come into New York and say, hey, you know, I guess they utilized their platform on RE something, I forgot. It's with him and Meek Mills and Reform, and they utilized that to go ahead and take away using lyrics against people in hip hop, you know, against them, you know, in cases
right,
and
in
stuff
New York,
like
yeah,
that.
that's right.
It's supposed to be like a creative platform, and then
they're about to do that in California.
So between that on one hand, and then you got what Charles, what's his name?
Charles, right?
No. The guy, come on, man.
Charleston
White.
Charleston
White. And then you got Charleston White on the other hand, which is pretty in combination.
I like that guy.
Yeah, I like him
He's
too.
controversial, but I like a lot of the stuff that he say be on, man.
Right.
Like, come on. It's like, you know. All right, continue.
Right. Nah, that's, I mean, you know, we chopping it up. Matter of fact, I don't know if you got, where's your phone at? Your other phone. You know, so maybe you can go on the YouTube channel so we can see. We're doing this a different way, so we can actually see what y'all saying. If y'all got comments, y'all want to, you know, put your opinion into it. So between what Charleston White is saying and between what how's Charleston White, if you watch battle rap, what is he gonna say?
I mean, if you watch battle rap,
yeah, because then when he see
my phone right there.
Okay. Oh, the other one.
Yeah, my iPhone.
No, but your other one.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know if you put the Wi-Fi on it yet. The data on it yet?
Nah, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's all good. You can do it later. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I just want to see if we'll talk and then we'll get comments from people another time. So yeah, Charleston White, if he was to watch any battle, what was his? Oh, that's why I said don't worry about it. I said don't worry about it. Hold on one second. Yeah, it's all good. I said let's just do that next time. We'll get y'all thoughts on it next time. But definitely put in the comments and then we'll come back and respond to it later. And I think we got a lot of perspective to we have a way of thinking, obviously, because what you see on the outside is what's going on inside, right? So, but what would his thoughts be like if he watched what's going on in battle rap right now? Huh? And battle rap is popping in Texas right now.
Texas is crazy.
Yeah, with URL going down there.
Let me start.
And go flip.
Texas is crazy.
Right.
But let me start with RIP, right? For 2022.
Okay, definitely.
I want to start with RIP with DJ K Slay.
Wow.
Pat Stay from the battle rap community.
That's a fact.
Takeoff. Tame One Artifacts.
Oh man, Artifacts, man, on the wrong side of the tracks, man. Rest in peace.
Snooty Wild.
Okay.
PNB Rock.
Okay.
Coolio. Trouble. Little Key.
Wow.
Was that Little Key and Jada Youngin and Big Scar. I want to say RIP to everybody that their relatives, their family, and everything else.
Right.
And that then goes back to what Charleston White be talking about. Like a lot of these stuff, right? We find ourselves getting caught up into in life. You know what I mean? And like right now with the YSL case with Young Thug, he's a Zos, like I said. You know what I mean? But he's the fact that he's Haitian.
I never knew that.
Yeah. The fact that he's caught up into that, you know what I mean? I never knew that he was caught up in so many different real situation that authenticates him to move the way he's been moving, you know what I'm saying? As far as anyway, the point is that's what it goes. That's what happens with Charleston Wright. These are the points that he be touching on that's real, because you become a part of the problem. You know what I mean? Because if you out here just doing stuff, taking people's lives and things of that nature, not saying anyone that passed away did, but they're a product of being taken away from this planet right now, based on this negativity that we perpetuate within black on black crime, self-hate, and things of that nature. So it's like, I definitely want to say R.I.P. the graffiti movie he did.
He did Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like, one of the pinnacle hip hop movies, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning of it all. He's a graph artist DJ, made a lot of monumental, you know what I'm saying, hits. So I just want to kind of put it on there for K Slade. This is what he did, and we really do appreciate him, and the fact that he did our last battle, you know what I'm saying, before he passed. So, R.I.P. K Slade. Yeah. But that don't take away from everybody else that passed away, because it shouldn't. Like,
we didn't have a direct connection with, but definitely Trouble. Shouts out to Trouble.
He performed with us
at Atlanta Hip Hop Day. Right. When he was first burgeoning.
Right.
Coming up. So shouts out to him. And
but Takeoff didn't have to pass away. That's why I said
that was crazy.
You know what I mean? With the whole thing with Texas, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. They say art a lot of times
imitates life.
You know what I'm saying? So, with this here gangster persona that we all grew up to, like the time I grew up was like Scarface and Colors. You know what I mean? That was my time, and you watch that, and then before you know it, you hear it in the music, and you actually trying to see a key. You know what I mean? You actually trying to defend your block, or whatever the case is. So it's like, we just gotta really keep it real, because I'm hearing Cass is actually about to take a plea deal. It's like, for me, it's like, once you sign up, man, you sign up, man. How you changing your mind now when they got you? You know what I'm saying? That's a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when the mobsters do it, they really do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that, you know what I mean? Well, yeah. Of course, they snitch too, like, they actually, Sammy the Bull and everything else. But, but when you look at the whole thing,
they've been setting the premise off with following their culture.
That's
and then, the biggest, gangster, or mafia gangster from our generation, John Gotti, went down through
That's the
snitching.
point. That's
you
the
know,
point.
so now they're about,
That's a solid
okay. And
point.
then he not only snitches, he snitches, comes back out, runs an ecstasy ring, right? You remember that, right? MDMA. He gets
Right.
caught with that
Right.
somewhere in Arizona or something like that. Then
point.
back out again, and he's got the most popular, one of the most, you ever been on his YouTube channel?
Nah.
Oh my God, his YouTube channel. I mean, you know,
I
it's
saw him on Vlad.
out. Oh,
Was it Vlad?
Yo, forget
I saw him on-
Vlad. Listen, forget that. No, it shouts out to Vlad. But I mean,
Shouts out.
Forget it.
We got another one coming, Vlad.
Forget it. Forget it on the premise of when you watch his channel, he got the mafia music behind him.
Nah.
Yeah, like the violins and
He's
all that
leveraging.
stuff.
He's
and then he's
leveraging.
telling his stories. Yo, bro.
He's
bro,
leveraging.
Listen, he's telling the stories of all the stories that we heard. He's telling the stories. So I mean, yeah, man. So I mean,
I guess you're right. I mean, Cass is following the footsteps, taking
Right.
plea deals,
Right.
going back and saving themselves. But
Right.
I don't know. I just think that if you sign up for it, you sign up for it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you're gonna do. You get caught, you get
Right.
caught. That's just what it is.
But Charleston White whole thing is like, he laughing, he's happy. That's his whole thing.
He's
like,
laughing?
He's like, I'm winning. That's what I want. I want to see that. Yeah.
You wanna
his
see
whole-
what?
The people snitching. Like he's like, I want to see that.
Why?
Because I mean, his whole mindset is like, this what they really was pushing. They really was,
Oh, you want to see him break down?
basically he see because his thing was y'all don't mind going and killing in the streets.
Okay.
His last interview was incredible, man, because he's like, and I'm not saying I like everything that Charleston White says, right? Because he's just like anybody else.
I mean, everybody got their points and views,
but you can't take away right now. Unfortunately, this is like a person speaking on behalf of our people and making more sense than not.
My man,
And
mothers.
let me say this part. The part that I was appreciating was he was like, they go out, they spin the block, they hit the block,
Right.
they shoot people on the block that they got beef with.
Right.
They spin the block, come back around. So just when you think it's okay, you're like, Grandma, you all right? Yo, Eddie, you good? And people start, coming up from the glass and they picking themselves up and they spin the block and shoot at him again.
Damn.
And he said, but then when y'all in front of the white people and the police, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a fact.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes, sir.
a fact. You got your best behavior.
So
You got your best the biggest goons. Listen, man, the biggest goony goo-goos. When they in front of them dudes, when they in front of them people,
right.
best behavior, man. There's no more ebonics. It's all articulate,
Right.
using grammar.
Right.
Wow, that's a fact.
Right,
That's
right.
a fact.
So I agree with him in that respect. It's just that we in so much of a messed up situation as Africans in America, blacks in America. We in a messed up situation. When I was talking to somebody about even when because we were talking about comparing it to African rebellions and stuff like that on the continent, like the wars that happen. But I said, look, when you go to war in Africa, you really got one enemy. Even though, yes, we know that there's Europeans and stuff like that in the back, putting the money and the guns and the
Right.
different stuff in the mix and creating these what's it called, environments, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you're a soldier, you got that's that opposing faction. Whereas in America, we got the opposing faction, what they call the ops. We got the cops, what I'm saying? Then we got the possibly the baby mom, right? I'm talking about, like, our enemies are so stacked up. But let's just deal with death in jail. You're facing multiple, because it's not just the gang that you're probably beefing with. It's that gang and any other black person
Right.
that look at you and don't like you. Because I've been there with, where you walking down the street and people say, F you looking at,
Right.
looking at,
Right,
whatever.
right.
I've been in those type of situations, right? So so you got that. Then you got if you signed up to be in a gang, unfortunately now you got whoever the gang has a problem with. Then you also have the police. So you are facing an enemy on multiple sides. you see you're facing a multitude of enemies. So it's just really sad for us in the United States, you know. So yeah, man. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I do agree with him with the fact, and then the force to wake us up to say, you know, hey, you know, we can't be willing to kill our own, but they're not willing to fight, you know, oppression. You know, the people that's really putting these, because obviously, come on, the drugs been putting this. Yo, I was watching this other guy, and my bad, but this guy named Bounty Hunter J, another guy.
Oh yeah, he's a Crip.
No, he's a Blood.
He's a Blood from the West Coast.
And again, I don't really know. Excuse us, we don't know gang culture that well, so no disrespect if we, you know, say whatever, you know. But either which way, the guy Bounty Hunter J also has been to me giving a lot of real interesting perspective from the West Coast, and his mindset. He was talking about damn, what was the point that I was man, he was because it went to Charleston White. He was talking about the guns being dropped off in the trains.
Right.
He talked about the train systems, which I already knew about too, because in Jersey City we got Duncan Projects. I don't think it's there anymore. I haven't been in Jersey City in about 5 years now. There's a train system running behind Duncan Projects. I think there was one behind Marion. And I was also familiar with the story of these trains pulling up with nothing but ammunition and guns inside these cars.
Facts.
You follow what I'm talking about?
You've been hearing the story.
You've heard that?
Yeah. Not in Boston, not in Boston or Brooklyn. That wasn't our situation as far as trains that's dropping off weapons and stuff of that nature. No. When it
I've definitely heard in Jersey City that they had robbed a train, and they thought they robbed it. But come on, if the train pulls up, you know, and I think it was Musa that was telling me the story about it. The train pulled up behind. It could have been Montgomery. One of the projects is, you know, it could have been Montgomery, Duncan, and Marion. It pulled behind the projects, and then everybody went, and it was robbing trains already. That's what they was doing anyway. They was hitting the train cars, and they hit this one that had all these guns and weapons. So I heard about that, particularly from my city. Then I heard in the wind about other locations, and then Bounty Hunter J. I said that right. Bounty Hunter J comes and gives his take on it as well. So going back to the point that we're not the ones putting these guns or drugs into the system.
I mean, facts.
Right.
I mean, when you go down that thought of we're not the ones. I mean, weed right now, right, is a business, and it's been a business, but now it's a legitimate business in all the communities. And a lot of people have got some serious time behind pounds, and because certain people coming up, when I was coming up, there was certain cats that didn't touch crack or coke or nothing. Their thing was just strictly weed. They were known for that to do. But then they got locked up and got sent away. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably got caught with a pound or 2 pounds, and they was given time like they got caught with coke or crack. And then they've been gone, but now to see the system as a place where weed is a business. You actually fill out a paperwork and go get a dispensary and open up shop, and you know what I mean. So this businesses got robbed for like $1 million in weed, right, in California.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I saw that.
I'm like, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? Because now if you're coming into the neighborhood, think you just about to set up, and then make all this money right here. How about this? The same way y'all criminalized it when we were doing it to go to jail. How about you about to be criminalized by getting it took from you? You know what I'm saying? They took them for like $1 million worth. And I'm not saying. Let me make this clear. I'm not saying that what they did was right, but I'm just saying that the system created an environment to say that if I can't sell it to make money, I'm gonna go to jail for it. So how you gonna make it good for you to come into the hood or in the hood, like neighborhood? So because they put the dispensaries in neighborhoods that's not too far away from the hood. You follow what I'm saying? So how you gonna do that? And then I'm just supposed to come here and go to the gas station and buy weed now like it's all good. Where that same gas station, if I got caught with a bag in my pocket, you'll lock me up. And now I'm either doing a year to 2 years before court. And then when I go to court, I got 5 year probation paying $50 a month. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just the environment is crazy. And if I'm out here hustling to pay the $50 a month, I get bagged again, and now I'm locked up again with a probation plus the Snoop case for hustling to pay this probation. I mean, come on, this is the system. So when it comes to Bounty Hunter, Jay, he spoke about the takeoff situation, how not saying that them guys wasn't really built like that, but when it comes down to a shootout, or stabbing somebody, or shooting someone, gunning somebody down, or strong arm robbery, or whatever. A lot of people ain't really built like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially.
It's a fact.
Especially in this time we in right now. I mean, okay, it is Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? You put the beam on somebody, you shoot them. There ain't no really emotion to that.
What's
whatever
the word
case.
for they disconnect? What's that?
Desensitized.
There it goes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's easy to put a beam on somebody and shoot them and like watch them drop or whatever the case. That's easy. But what I'm saying is, the system that we're put in right now is a system where we don't care about ourselves, so we ain't damn sure ain't gonna care about our people. So when Bounty Hunter was breaking down his interaction, but on how these things was going, because you have to remember, gang culture in California is totally different than posses. And I mean, you had Jamaican posses, you had the posses BMW, you had what is it called, those posses in Queens. I mean, that put in work during the 80s, the crack epidemic, you know what I'm saying, which was the same culture where crack started in California with Freeway Ricky Ross and everything. But what I'm trying to explain is that time, that crack epidemic time in the 80s and 90s is not what we're growing up into right now. You follow what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, heroin is there, it exists, but there was a time where crack vials and needles was everywhere. And right now it's not that type of time, where now we've taken an era and embodied it, and then now whatever is an op, I'm shooting them down, and then when we're not trying to shoot down an op, we're in front of a game, programming our mind, on how to react when it's time to go out there.
Wow.
Because the same way
Wow.
this 5-year-old,
Wow.
this 5-year-old,
Wow.
these kids, they'll actually lash out and shoot their mother or kill their parents when they take away the video game from them. So it shows you how there's a direct connect on emotional imbalancement with these video games, but I'm gonna digress right there. But the point of the matter is, what Bounty Hunter was talking about is real. You know what I mean? But even shouts out to the what's his name, JT the Bigger Figure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He talks about it. You know what I'm saying, from his point of view. You know what I mean? And the way he breaks it down is the same topic. Like a lot of the stuff a lot of these things that we done picked up and we doing. It's we don't have to. It's a choice. You know what I mean? Which is going back talking about how Young Thug, he was blowing up. Like, he really took that space of Lil Wayne to a degree. Lil Wayne will always be Lil Wayne, but as time went on,
right.
He actually fit into that time slot,
right.
For him to blow up, and then now that's taken away or it's put on pause right now because of this stuff right here. But on the flip side, if he comes home, he's gonna make a lot of money.
Right.
So now for whoever's watching, it's like, all you gotta do is get shot,
right.
or go to jail.
Right.
And then when you get out of jail, you're gonna make money, which is a crazy way to look at it. And that's how the system is, But that's my take.
No, that's on point, man. I really appreciate that as well. And yo, listen, definitely like the video, share. This is Debatable 2023. We're doing our best to actually go live a lot more in between now and our next upcoming superstar battle, because we definitely got another one coming up.
We got a banger coming for
we
y'all, bro.
appreciate everybody that supported.
We got a banger coming for
We
y'all.
appreciate everybody that supported the Vado vs. Saigon event.
Yeah.
Clips on P, that's still available, on mcwar.com. Again, we appreciate you all, and
Okay.
yeah, definitely also want to shout out, because we were talking about hatred of self and kind. So you always see that we always talk about the freedom of Dr. Malachi York,
Absolutely,
on our platform, and so to this day we still want to go ahead and push that, because based on our review of the evidence, the man is innocent, and then going into the information he was teaching was directly dealing with what we're dealing right now, preparing our minds for it, preparing us for this day and time, So just like those before him, Elijah Muhammad,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Marcus Garvey and others.
Absolutely.
So you could go to freedryork.com and you could actually, fill out the petition. That's something you could do.
Speak on the fact of when it comes to Dr. York. I mean, you just gotta look at like the central pack. What is it? The
Central Park 5 all day.
That it's not the same case, but it's the same way that these guys got locked up
Right.
for rape.
Right.
So it's like so the whole thought is because of that because of that it became a situation where everybody thought that they really did do it,
Right.
but they didn't.
Right.
And the fact that they didn't do it, they did all that time, and then when they finally got out, but what happened to all the time? 5 years he's been given.
You got to start over because when it's
Dr. York, he's 78 years old. He's been given 135 years, and through the evidence that's been shown, he shouldn't have never done 20 years, let alone.
The answer is a wrap. Okay, so listen, we appreciate y'all. We're about to go daily. We're gonna do our best to go daily. Between now and our next superstar battle, mcwar.com.
3 minutes for a half. Go ahead.
freedryork.com. No, that's fine. We good. The commercial break. And shouts out to our sponsors, Austrian Audio, and
Right.
everybody that supports MC War. Thank you so much, and have a prosperous, healthy 2023. May it bring you wealth and peace of mind.
And abundance, man. Listen,
It's a fact.
2023, we're gonna do 360. We got a banger coming for y'all. We got more bangers coming for y'all. We're gonna do our best to continue to do incredible experiences when it comes to our battles. Now, when it comes to the Battle Saigon, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely support, and we got some more coming for y'all.
That's
Thank
it.
you, and that's it.
All right, y'all. Yeah, because